make yourself more than just a man. If you devote yourself to an ideal, then you become something else entirely.
They are most likely tricking us again, and it will end up not being Dragon King's daughter who terminated the gambler.
And I don't like it. Look at him. The ISA. Mocking me!
It seems that Starman is suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder, and that is why he yells a lot. I do not like that he yells a lot, so he should get some form of mental care. The more he yells a lot or makes a decision out of rage, the bigger the problem gets.
I started thinking about what he did to me, and I lost my temper.
Like I stated earlier, Starman suffers from post-traumatic stress disorder. So we can apply the rule of first steps is to admit the problem. Here that is exactly what Starman did.
But going up against Eclipso? That was real superhero stuff.
Yeah, I'll tell it to everyone else.
Starman here is showing that he is trying to be better. It is why I like this conversation between Starman and Mike. And Mike is just trying to help out the Justice Society of America. I do not know if he becomes a superhero in the comics, but they could end up making him one.
He does?
Yeah, the Crimson Avenger and I tracked him back in the day.
Did Starman just say Crimson Avenger? I do not remember if he was in the Season 1 image of all the Justice Society of America members. But I do remember Crimson Avenger from the Justice League Unlimited series. That is him in the image. A little background on him. He first appeared in Detective Comics number 20, which released in October 1938. He also was the first superhero to wear a costume for Detective Comics. He is an athlete fighter and has used a gas gun as a gadget. However, he uses crimson-colored smoke to make his dramatic entrance.
Enjoy the waffles.
Omelets. We're having omelets.
Does she not know the difference? Yeah.
Starman's "Does she not know the difference" was just some dialogue I liked in the episode. It is a small but clever line. Two big things wrong with the scene or storyline. 1. The scene is just weird. 2. Dragon King's daughter legit captured and used Mike as bait in Season 2. Did Mike just forget that and start liking Dragon King's daughter? It does not make sense.
You have so many uses.
Starman using the staff as basically a leaf blower is an interesting moment. And I agree with him on the staff being very useful.
I'm in the middle of a test, and I'm not a hacker.
Oh, come on, Beth. It'll only take a sec. I'll be your best friend.
Starman is becoming one of my favorite characters. Starman and Stripe are tied for favorite Stargirl series character. In the scene, his best friend quote sounded like a child quote. In a good way, not a bad way. Also, how did the teacher not catch her using the glasses while taking the test? In school, teachers are always aware when you take an item from your backpack out during a test. I guess we can just assume Dr. Midnight had plot armor.
I'm using MapQuest. Hope it still works.
Okay, actually, I found something.
Starman mentions MapQuest. I do not know how he is using that since he has just a earpiece. But MapQuest is a site that was launched in 1996. Starman also says, I hope it still works. I just checked, which means in the year 2022 it still works. Another thing is that it is cool that Dr. Midnight can use hand movement to control the head-up display on her glasses. Final thing, did the teacher not see her basically waving hands in the air?
Teenager once in a while.
Hey, bud.
Hello, Barbara.
This happens every single episode and it is getting annoying. The Crocs are always causing trouble by showing up randomly. This time Starman and his wife Barbara were just on a date and the Crocs came.
You want to hear a weird bonus to being heroes for once? It's kind of supercharged our lives in the bedroom if you...
What the heck? These Crocs are seriously getting to be really annoying. That very weird information is not something the viewers need to know. The Crocs need to be taken off the show. They should not appear next season.
What exactly is your problem?
I am staring right at him.
The teenage arguments is going to be a problem this season. Yes, I know they are teenagers, but they do need to be a little more chill.
I mean, you guys know the story. JSA got into a fight about what happened with Bruce Gordon. We never fully reconciled.
Starman is right. The original Justice Society of America broke up basically due to the Bruce Gordon incident. And now the current Justice Society of America are having teenage arguments. It's a weird kind of history repeats itself.
I cheated.
You what?
I can't talk right now. I'm in the middle of a JSA meeting.
So the goggles are able to use body language to check the mood of someone. Starman at first is annoyed by the interruption.
If they can help, we can certainly do something.
Yeah, give us an assignment. Better yet, a special.
Now we see the change in how Starman feels. It may be a small moment, but it shows that he is trying to be a better person. And is slowly becoming a better leader.
Henry's mom, right? Mary Pemberton.
Brainwave killed her.
So apparently Starman had a sister that Brainwave terminated. I do hope we get more information on what happened, as for now we know little to nothing on the situation.
First rule I have. Protect the family.
That is a rule that every superhero has, so we knew this would be one of Starman's rules. I think Starman becoming a better leader for the team would make Stargirl realize she needs to be a better leader as well. And then the team realize they need to be a better team.
How can I be our man if my strength gives out after 20 minutes? Or 2?
It's gotta be the limiter.
I do not know what this limit is, but if it is a critical component of the hourglass, then removing it may cause problems. They need more information before doing something this risky.
You can help me the most if you stay out of my life as Dr. Midnight.
This situation is not a stay out or stay in type of scenario. I think Dr. Midnight needs to realize that she needs to find a reconfigurable balance. She should find times they can be involved and find times they cannot be involved. How they are involved will also depend on the situation. Our man just removed the item. This might work for an episode or 2, but will become a big issue for him later on. It may even cause him to use his strength at times when he does not want to. An example would be if he is trying to lightly touch something and ends up crushing it. Wildcat just found a gambler's laptop that Dragon King's daughter has. I want to see them fight in the next episode or episode after. Since Wildcat and Dragon King's daughter have had a rivalry for the season. This just in. Our reliable source, the great Andy, has found out the Stargirl Season 3 finale date for us. It is good news, since that means that it will not interfere with Flash as well as Superman and Lois. Last thing for this video, be sure to look up Andy's channel on YouTube as well as see him on Chainsaw React's endless multiverse streams every Friday.
Time changes nearly everything, but the mission and the legend of the Batman lives on.